I get when you're writing, when you're starting to write, you know, in the germinal stage, you are you thinking like, this is what Joe needs to say, or is it like you thinking about your future audience, or is it kind of a mixture?
Not thinking about any of that. I'm just thinking like, this is interesting. You know, why is it interesting to me? I'm not thinking if it's funny. I'm not thinking if it's going to work. I'm not thinking about how it's going to be taken. I'm just writing for the sake of writing. Because if you're worried about what someone else is going to think, is it funny, is it going to work, then you're never going to get anything written. You're going to stop a couple words in and go, that's not funny, that's stupid. But if you're just writing for the sake of writing, you're going to get content. And then you go back, and then you start to tease stuff out. Then you start to edit. Then you start to think like, okay, is this funny? Why is this funny? Is this funny to me? Sometimes there's things that I thought were really funny that just nobody else did. You know, and it's like, okay. I think every comedian has a couple of jokes where they're like, I don't know why this never worked. But I always thought, like, I'll give you an example. I thought it was hysterical to me. Like, people always talked about how Lincoln walked a mile, right, to return a penny. You know, and that was supposed to be like a demonstration of how honest he was. He overcharged someone a penny and he returned it. And my take was always like, well, of course he walked a mile, because he got to that person. He's like, hey, how'd you get this picture of me on here?
Right.
But that never worked in an audience. It never worked. Like, nobody else laughed at it, and I kept trying it and trying it and trying it. It never worked. To this day, I still think that's really funny.
Yeah.
Right? But people will be like, well, the penny didn't have him on it yet, Joe. I'm like, I know. It's an absurd take. You know?
It's an absurd take.
Yeah, but every comic has that joke, but yeah, you don't think, you just write.